Hello, thank you so much for coming back. This is Joanna, also known as Joanna the Medium. I am going to have this intro be very short because they're pretty boring when they're too long. So first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for making 2016 one of the best years for me as far as my spiritual work goes. If it wasn't for you, the YouTube channel, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it is, like I said, one of the most incredible years for me as far as my spiritual work. So thank you, each and every one of you. These are going to be readings, of course, general readings. If you would like a personal reading, that information is right down below. Thank you, each and every one of you who have purchased readings from me in 2016. I hope that you like them, and I look forward to speaking to you again in 2017. For those of you who wish to purchase a reading, thank you for considering me, because there are many, many wonderful readers or mediums out there. Many changes in 2017. It is a year of new beginnings, and from what I remember of the 12 signs, they're quite substantial for most, if not all of the signs, but they're good changes. These are changes that are going to be very good for most of you, if not all of you. Of course, if you would like to listen to your moon sign or rising sign because your sun sign does not resonate, I hear from you that it happens a lot and it's actually very helpful. Also, my readings tend to not make much sense at the beginning of each month, but they make a lot of sense towards the end of the month, and I have been hearing that from you for quite some time, so also consider that. And very quickly, I am doing 2017 6-month projection videos. They will be posted in the next 2 weeks. I will do a video on the links, or with the links to that. They will be available for purchase for a very small fee. So that's coming up very shortly. And I also have my own radio show starting in March. So if you would like me to discuss certain topics or interview certain individuals, by all means, send me an email, or I will probably be doing sometimes free readings live. That will be information will also be posted. Bottom line is, if you would like to see something or hear something, by all means send me that information and I will take it all into consideration, because I will be starting from scratch. Anyway, I think that's all I want to leave with you. It's already past 2 minutes. So I look forward to seeing you in February. Thank you so much again for watching. And if you wish to speak with me personally, that information is down below. And without further ado, here are your readings for January 2017. Bye. Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I do have 3 cards face down. I don't know what they are, though I think I might change the format a bit. I'm already being called for it. And let's start with the message first. Let's see what the cards say later and see how we go in the month of January 2017. The process of creation has begun, and I'm seeing the number 10. Number 10 is, well, what is number 10? What are you trying to show me? A complete cycle has ended, okay? Which is interesting. Normally I see number 9, but no, he showed me number 10. Some of you may resonate with October, or something has transpired in the month of October that has either started a process that you are about to end or are ending, or something is connected to the month of October last year with regards to ending a cycle, okay? Ending something, situation, relationship, whatever it may be. Creation, he says to me, is a state of mind, okay? For as long as you create with your thoughts, the process of creation in your reality never ceases to exist. Hence why it is so important for you to only think of that which you would wish to have as your outcome. So this is again another one of those reminders, particularly at the beginning of the year. But there's got to be more to this, I know, because we've had this message before. He says, ask them to create with intention versus what? Not mindlessness. Okay. So for some of you, you have ended a cycle and you are starting a brand new cycle or chapter in your life. This chapter or this cycle is marked by new beginnings, whether in relationships, jobs, which could signify relationships at work, or other circumstances that are at the very beginning stages of its existence. The reason why I heard the comment, create with being mindful versus mindless. Yeah, why did I hear that comment? He says some of them are not paying attention to their thoughts. Some of you are spewing out thoughts without even thinking of the context or of the content. In other words, example is being given such as, oh, I can never do this, or I can never do that, or I can never get a job like that, oh, I could never get a guy or girl like that, oh, blah, 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 blah. And those are not things you necessarily say to yourself, but those are things that you are thinking. You are being asked to pay attention to your thought process, for your thought process creates your reality. So the more you say to yourself, I can't, and it's a mindless chatter that you're not even aware of, the more you will see your reality dictating to you that, yup, you can't. So if you are looking at creating, the reason why this is being said first and foremost is because apparently for your sign or those who fall under the sign Cancer, this is an incredible time for you to start a brand new creation process. And I'm being shown that there is ample of opportunities that are going to either come your way or are currently presenting themselves to you. This could be jobs, this could be relationships. It's also health related for some of you. And some of you it's to do with a project within an organization or within your own business. What I'm being shown is that pieces are being brought forward or pieces are coming together, and it is up to you to make this happen, create. However, what I'm being shown is that for some of you, your thought process or the way you think is going to negate the entire creation process. Now, I don't often use the word negate, but I do believe it is not, it's a term that signifies you're going to either stall the process, prevent it from happening, or something is going to prevent something from happening. So once again, you're being asked to pay attention to your thoughts. Why is this so important right now? Because you're at the point where you are at the very beginning of creating something new. Okay, and for many of you, this is going to be relationship, because I do see the word relationships. I hear it, and I also see the heart. So this is going to be significant relationships of romantic nature. For some of you, this is going to be regarding jobs. And if you are currently in a job market looking for work, first of all, I'm being shown the month of February. Okay, we are in January. This is a January reading, but February is coming up. Why is it coming up? I hear February is going to be very fruitful, or February is going to bear fruit. So for those of you who are on the job market and are looking for jobs, it is critically important for you to pay attention to your mindless chatter. And we all have mindless chatter. As a matter of fact, when I actually figured out how much mindless SHIT I have in my head, I was astounded. And I'm sure most people would. We think without even paying attention. It's just in our background. But the point is, our thinking is based on our belief system. So our belief system will determine our thinking. If our thinking is negative, therefore it is connected to a most likely negative belief system. So going back to the job market, if you are looking for a job, if you are looking for change of career, and your mindless chatter says, I can't do this, I won't be able, you're not doing yourself any favors. You are stopping yourself from the process you're trying to accomplish. So once again, he's saying the reason why this is so important right now, and I'm beating a dead horse, I feel like, is because you are at the very beginning of creation process, and there are ample of opportunities and ample energies, that are ready to create. But your thought process and how you say things to yourself and what you say to yourself is going to make a huge difference with respect to where you will end up. Okay, very, very important. I'm also seeing the number 5, which represents changes. 5 is also the month of May. So May somehow may connect with you. Maybe you're dealing with something since May of last year, but I want to say May in this case signifies changes. Now, these changes are positive because the 5 was just crossed off, signifying no more changes or positive changes going forward. Okay. I also see steps going down as opposed to climbing the steps. So I want to see what this message is, because that's a new sign for me. I hear the words, it's all downhill from now. Now, I'm going to give the distinction here because it could be taken in 2 different ways. It could be taken as a positive or negative. It is most certainly a positive, yes, a positive message. What is being meant by this is you have worked very hard up until now, and if you pay attention to your belief system, you pay attention to your thoughts, you pay attention to what you project to the outside world, it might actually be a downhill struggle, no more uphill. So it signifies not only a projection in a positive way, but also a fruitful beginning to a brand new situation. Okay. 7, I believe July, that's one of your guys' numbers. 7 or July is one of your months. Let me just see if there's anything else. I also hear your significant other really needs you right now. So perhaps you are dealing with someone who has been going through a lot of stressful situations or stressful moments. And this person needs you, whether male or female, makes no difference. But I clearly heard your significant other really needs you right now. And it's something to do with money. So maybe it's a support system. Maybe it's your significant other that's looking for work, and you are his or her support system, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, and mentally. Okay, now let's go with the cards. The first card signifies what you are leaving behind, but what has transpired that has contributed to where you are right now. Now, I don't know if the cards are going to connect with the previous message. I always hope for that, but let's see what happens. So for some of you, the first message didn't make sense. The cards may. Well, we have the card perfect, firm foundation. What this is telling me, and this is what you're leaving behind, what this is telling me is that you were in a process of starting a brand new foundation. I hear the word breakup. This new brand new process has resulted from a breakup. It has also resulted from a separation. Whether the separation was of romantic nature, or whether it was a separation from a party or a work situation, job situation, it may signify that as I lose my pen. Point being here is that regardless of what happened, it has in many ways allowed you to start and build a brand new foundation for yourself. So when you look, this is the red border signifies its physicality, but for some reason it is financially connected. So for some of you, this will connect to finances, but I really feel this has to do with relationships for many of you, and because of as a result of separation or a breakup. This person here is looking at a huge mountain. This mountain signifies to me an obstacle that one is facing. However, when I look at this body tells me this person has trained for this. They have the physical attitude or the physical physical body in order to withstand the challenge and the physicality of the challenge. So even though he's not looking at this mountain, because it signifies, oh God, this is a climb, quite a climb, it is signifying to me that this person has what it takes in order to accomplish the goal. The red symbol here signifies stability. That's the word I hear. Stability financially, stability when it comes to security or feeling secure within oneself. So this is what you're leaving behind, but it is what has contributed to where you are right now. The current card represents what's happening right now or your current situation. And we have the card called Shadows. This is a major arcana. 1 and 8 is, so I'm going to show it to you this way. 1 and 8 is 9. Right away, I'm being asked to not add it. And remember, they were showing me 9s before and 10s. So because it's shown to me in reverse, it is saying to me that you're looking at aspects of yourself that not that they have been hidden from you before, but aspects of yourself that you maybe didn't want to face before. Now, if this card was upright, the message would be very similar. Upright. The message would be very similar. And basically this card signifies you are looking at your own dark shadows or at your own dark side. And we all have a dark side. Doesn't mean demon. And I don't mean that in a religious way. It doesn't mean devil. It just means we all have a darker side, or a side we would rather not, get into, talk about, engage, whatever. This could also be fears. In this position, in this particular reading, it signifies to me that yes, you're looking at them, but it's not nearly as bad as you thought. Okay? And then I hear the words, all in good time. So perhaps you are looking still at aspects of yourself that you haven't wanted to face before. And these aspects are coming visible to you or clear to you because you are starting a brand new cycle, because you are starting a brand new creation, because you're at the beginning of creating something new. For some of you, you might be looking for jobs. And you are starting to realize that there are some aspects of you that you didn't really pay attention before. Maybe you have some fears of undeserving. Maybe you have some fears or reluctance around not being enough, not being good enough, not whatever it may be that's holding you back. Our shadows do make us stronger, and I could go into it for another 25 minutes, but we don't have time. But our shadows do act as an anchor in many ways. And what I mean by this is that we can learn a lot from our darker side. And darker is being implied in quotation marks. I don't mean dark as in devil, because I don't believe in that. But we can learn a lot from our darker side or from our shadow sides when we look at it. And it can also be a source of great strength if we allow ourselves to shine light on it. So you're definitely going through something that is causing maybe a little bit discomfort right now, but it is also allowing you to learn more about yourself than you have ever known before. The next card is an advice card, and it is mental conflict. So this is, mental conflict is pretty self-explanatory. 2 is number of choices, but I also heard number of changes. Okay. This is a card pertaining to our thinking. So if this was a 1, it would be marked by new thoughts, new ideas, new light bulb moments. 2 is number of indecisions, number of needing to make change, needing to make decisions, choices. So there's definitely something weighing heavily on you, or as an advice card, I'm going to take this. There is something weighing heavily on you, but as an advice card, I'm going to ask what this is. The message I hear is this: your choices will become evident to you with time. Stop procrastinating. So I'm trying to wrap my head around that statement. And he's asking me to interpret this. So if you guys feel like you want to interpret this for me, please, by all means, because my head just got stuck. Sometimes I will give a message and I'll go, what is it that I'm actually saying? It's a bit of a duality at sometimes. And the message was, your choices will become visible to you in time. Stop procrastinating. So let me just see if I can get it in a different way. They're saying to me that your choices, it seems as though you'll be dealing with choices here, or decisions. And they're saying, although he says don't procrastinate, I feel like almost don't make a choice, and if that's even possible. For some of you, if you have to make a choice, obviously always follow your gut. But sometimes making no decision is also a choice. And because it allows you to be where you are, and that is also a choice. So I'm not sure how to interpret this, because he's asking me not to, but definitely I hear the words stop procrastinating. So if you are dealing or will be dealing with some kind of a decision or some kind of choices, you're being asked not to procrastinate, but you're also being told that your choices will become very visible to you. And I just got it. Okay. He's saying to me that if you follow your gut, you will then be able to make a decision, and your decision will be very visible to you in due time. So sometimes we have to make a blind choice because we're not sure, but listening to our intuition and trusting that it will lead us in the right direction will allow us to make the step that is necessary, and then the results will become visible to us down the road. Sometimes we have to make choices and decisions without not knowing what's going to happen, and those are obviously always the hardest ones. That's why it's so important to listen to your gut. Very, very important. I feel like for some of you, this is job related. Some of you is relationships, but some of you is job related. So maybe some of you will have positions, more than one offered, and you will not know which way to turn or which one to take. And you might be tempted to, or you may be drawn to the one that pays actually a little bit less, but for whatever reason, you're being drawn to it. And what's being said is, if that's an example, but what's being said is, listen to your gut, for your gut will tell you exactly where you need to go, and the results will show themselves in due time. And I think that's what I have, and I'm being shown cheers at the end of this. So there's definitely some celebration that will be going on with some of you, whether you will be getting a job, getting in a relationship or something, because I hear and see people celebrating and rejoicing. That card is actually being shown to me, rejoice and celebrate. I hope this made sense to you, and always consider that most of the time my readings won't make sense to you until the end of the month, third week or end of the month, because the time has passed, and I hear that all the time. So if this didn't make sense to you right now, just bear that in mind, or listen to your other signs as they may have offered you, or as they will offer you maybe complete picture or better picture. I thank you so much for watching, listening, liking and subscribing. Without you, of course, I always say this, I wouldn't do it. So my gratitude goes to you more than you will ever know. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful month of January, and I look forward to seeing you soon in February.